Namaskar friends, welcome back to Presha Yoga and I am Presha. If you watched last week's video, you will remember we talked about the first two limbs of Patanjali's eightfold path of yoga, the Yamas and Niyamas. We said that yoga is not just something you do on the mat, it's a way of living. And the Yamas and Niyamas are like a guidebook for living with more awareness, peace and harmony. In today's video, let's dive into the first limb, the Yamas. I'll explain each one in simple words, share a relatable example and give you ideas for how to live by every Yama every day. So let's dive into it. What are the Yamas? The Yamas are moral restraints or ethical principles. They are like guidelines for how we relate to others and the world around us. There are 5 Yamas and each one has something powerful to teach us. Let's take them one by one. The first Yama is Ahimsa, which means non-violence. Not just physically but also in our words and even in our thoughts. For example, let's say someone cuts you off in traffic and instead of reacting with anger, you pause, you take a deep breath and you let it go. That is Ahimsa. How can we live with Ahimsa? Speak kindly to others and to yourself. Avoid harsh self-criticism because kindness begins from within. The second Yama is Satya, which means being truthful but always with compassion. For example, if a friend asks for feedback on something they created and you didn't really like it, you don't have to lie, but you also don't need to be hurtful. You might say, I love the effort you've put in. Maybe you could explore the idea to and blank, blank, blank. How can you live by Satya? Before speaking, ask yourself, is it true? Is it necessary? Is it kind? The third Yama is Asteya, which means not stealing, and this goes beyond material things. It also means not taking credit for others' ideas or wasting someone's time or energy. For example, if someone shares a creative idea with you, don't use it without giving them credit. That's stealing too. How can we live by this? Respect others' time, space, and contributions. Be mindful and be generous. The fourth Yama is Brahmacharya, which means moderation or right use of energy. Now, Brahmacharya is often misunderstood. It's just not of the meaning that it is celibacy. It really is about balance, using your energy wisely and not overindulging in things. For example, let's say you're scrolling your phone for hours, and we've all done that, but it leaves you drained. Practicing Brahmacharya could mean setting limits and focusing on what uplifts you and nourishes your soul. How can we live by Brahmacharya? Ask yourself, is this activity giving me energy or is it draining my energy? The fifth one is aparigraha, non-possessiveness or letting go. Aparigraha means not clinging to something and not to things, and that could be clinging to things or clinging to people or even ideas. For example, you're holding on to clothes you have not worn in years and you just thought, in case I might need it later. So practicing aparigraha means that realizing that attachment and creating space, not just in your closet but in your mind too, is not of any use. How can you live by it? Be grateful for what you have and let go of what does not serve you any longer, physically and emotionally. So let's recap. The 5 yamas are ahimsa, which means non-violence, satya, which means truthfulness, asteya, which means non-stealing, brahmacharya, wise use of energy, aparigraha, letting go. They might sound ancient, but they are beautifully relevant even today. These aren't rules to follow perfectly. They are reminders, gentle guideposts to help us live with more awareness and harmony. Now next week, we'll explore the niyamas and how they help us build a better relationship with ourselves. If this video has helped you and helped you to see yoga as more than just poses, please like, share and subscribe the channel to support and to give it all the love. And please tell me in the comments which yama speaks to you in the most right way right now. Again, thank you so much for being here. Until next time, keep living your yoga both on and off the mat. Om Shanti.